Random House Audio presents
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, the Fab Five's guide to looking better, dressing better, behaving better, and living better. Read for you by the authors, the Fabulous Five.
Ted Allen,
Kyan Douglas,
Thom, Filicia,
Carson, Kressley,
and Jay Rodriguez.
Let's be friends.
the theme in this kitchen seems to be a bomb went off.
Zhuzh like you mean it.
Cool shoes, dude.
We're here to help you develop really expensive habits.
We're in this together.
What a difference a gay makes.
Why is there pizza under the sofa?
Let's make fashion happen, people.
In the last year, American men have come to know and expect that the dramatic arrival of 5 impeccably dressed gay men at their door can mean only one thing.
Their life is about to get more fabulous.
Hair is going to fly.
Horrible hetero habits will be exposed and eradicated.
Ratty futons and plastic flowers will get the heave-ho.
The fridge will be carefully decontaminated.
He must be torn down before a wonderful new, totally zhuzhed him can be erected.
And you know what?
He'll like it.
No, he'll love it. We know our mission and how important it is. Every second in America, a straight man puts on a pair of pleated pants.
The shock.
Every minute, a man lathers his bald head with a bar of soap and shaves it with a 29-cent throwaway razor.
Ah, the horror.
Right now, in cities and towns across this great land, there are men eating pork and beans out of a can, grooming like Neanderthals, and dressing themselves in the darkness of utter, couture ignorance.
Oh, the tragedy.
You needed us, and we were there.
So what does this mean for you? Well, if you're listening to this audiobook, you're already halfway to a better you, because the key to learning how to live a little better is just being open to it. That is, simply trying. What we talk about in the show and explain here isn't top-secret information that's just now being declassified from the archives of the Gay Bureau of Investigation. Women talk about this stuff all the time. Women trade makeup tips and swap recipes and tell each other whose butt looks fat and what. It's just part of their culture, and these are things that they're comfortable and engaged in discussing. Traditionally, straight men, and we hear the occasional gay man from Austria, aren't as open about these things. Why? It's not that they don't want to know. Who doesn't want to know when his butt looks fat, or how to avoid bleeding when shaving? It's just not part of the conversations straight guys have.
Which is too bad, because knowing how to dress better, how to behave better, how to look, cook, and live better, these aren't girly topics. They're human topics, people. And as we've seen on the show, once you open up guys' eyes to the wonders of hygiene management, a flattering wardrobe, and even perhaps some basic feng shui, they're excited to know more. Teach a man to fish, and pretty soon he'll be pairing that fish with a wild mushroom risotto and a crisp Pinot Grigio. A little zhuzh goes a long way.
Mommy, what's a zhuzh?
You know how to pronounce it, but other variations include zhuzh in French, zhuzh in Russia, and Ted's favorite, zhuzhen Straiten Gyan. That's German, while sipping a glass of crisp Gewürztraminer. There's a million ways to say it, and a bazillion ways to do it. Zhuzhing means taking something and tweaking it, fluffing it, nudging or finessing it to be a little more fabulous and fun. You can zhuzh your hair. You can zhuzh your sleeves. Watching Queer Eye and listening to this audiobook can help you zhuzh your whole life.
Perhaps straight guys don't talk about these things because they're afraid it'll make them seem gay.
Trust us. No. Just no.
Think about the guy you know who cares the most about wine, who dresses sharp, shakes hands properly, and doesn't smell like an athletic supporter.
Do you think that he worries that his interests seem effete?
I don't think so. Because he's too busy beating off women with a stick.
A little hair gel and some pants that fit aren't going to set off anybody's gaydar, people.
Women know who's gay and who isn't, and gay men definitely know.
If tomorrow morning you shave correctly and wear a shirt that's actually your size, gay men aren't all of a sudden going to start palming your ass on the sidewalks.
Another thing, a queer eye doesn't mean a queer look. It's a point of view, a receptiveness to looking at what works and what doesn't, instead of just accepting things as they are. It's an openness to what's stylish and fun, but not according to any predetermined formula. We don't want you to look just like us, especially not like Carson. We know that you heteros just can't get away with his particular brand of sartorial splendor. We want you to look your best. That means taking who you are, emphasizing the best, eliminating the worst, and tweaking the rest. And that means a process of checking out what you've already got working for you, what you can get working for you, and figuring out how to make that journey from A to B.
Let's repeat that. This is a journey, not a firm destination with confirmed reservations for the best penthouse suite. Picking up this audiobook is like buying your ticket. Listening to it is like actually taking the first leg. But this isn't the be-all and end-all of every last bit of information and advice on food and wine, grooming, decorating, fashion, and culture. We really are just gay men, not supermen. One audiobook can't cover the whole universe of knowledge, either that we have to offer or that you may want. Ted has hundreds of great recipes in his repertoire. I could write a whole book on belts. Actually, a whole book just on buckles. So don't expect that when you get to the end, you'll know everything there is to know. You will know the basics, and you will know what you want to pursue further. You'll know how to take those first steps toward enjoying life to the utmost, and having good hair while you're at it. You'll have a better idea of where you're going, and you'll have fun getting there.
Bear in mind what we always say.
Queer Eye isn't a makeover show, it's a make-better show.
Our goal isn't to turn you into someone else. If you're a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy, we're not going to make you squeeze into an uptight suit and tie.
If you see yourself as a long-haired rock and roller, we're not going to tell you to get a Paris Island buzz cut.
That's so not what we're about. But we will find you the right jeans and t-shirt.
And we will make sure your long hair isn't harboring any tangles or aviaries.
We're also not going to tell you to go out and spend $70,000 you don't have on a renovated kitchen, or even $7 on a glass of wine you don't want.
It's not about spending money, guys. It's about spending thought.
That's what the Queer Eye is about, and that's what a Make Better does.
The Fab Five.
Okay, Sparky, let's motor.
Part 1. Food and Wine. This is Ted Allen. I would like to blame the French. First of all, it's always fun to blame the French, and they've come to expect and enjoy this in their way. Second, I think it falls to the Gauls to accept responsibility for the sorry state of culinary phobia in these États-Unis. They are superior cooks, and they will never let anybody forget it. They persist in christening their wineries with names that we can't pronounce. And with their super Frenchy domination of all things tasty, it might appear that they have cowed the average American guy into believing that food and wine are impossible for mortals to master, and are best left to specialists. French specialists. But actually, it's our fault. Even now, after years and years of surging interest in cooking and eating well, I believe we are still largely a nation far too intimidated by cuisine, and it is deliciously our loss. Oddly, we embrace the foodstuffs that we actually should fear, the processed, the prepackaged, and the artificially preserved. But when it comes to such happy things as exquisite restaurants with dazzling silver and wine glasses the size of a baby's head, an amazing number of Americans, men and women, straight and gay, are so intimidated they would rather eat deep-fried bloomin' onion in chain restaurants alongside shopping malls. Personally, I think our bad eating habits, and our fear of changing them, have a lot to do with the circa 1950s haughty fine dining experience. It's an outmoded cliché that we still hold to as truth, the snooty maitre d', the vast and bewildering wine list, the dress code, the fussy presentations, and, simmering beneath it all, the deeply held suspicion that French people are making fun of us for not knowing their luxurious language and sticking us with bad wine for enormous amounts of cash because we're too ignorant to know the difference. Let's make a few pronouncements, shall we? Excellent. Great food and wine is about having a great time. It's about celebration. It's about learning new tastes and interpretations of classic ideas. It's about putting delicious things in our mouths. Even kids and dogs understand this. Why can't grown men? There's almost no better way to learn about other cultures than through their food. Almost no better way to get to know people, with your clothes on, anyway. But first and foremost, it should be about enjoying life with friends and family and about having fun. Food should never not be fun. And it's been my experience that the vast majority of people who dedicate their lives to the exceedingly difficult business of working in 100-degree kitchens all hours of the night actually feel that way about what they're doing. They love food. They love people. At least, they love people who also love food and who tip well. They are generous people, even if their corkage fee is a little steep. So fear not the saucier, the sommelier, or any of those other French-sounding gatekeepers of good taste. Why are some...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?